welcome to Sports Talk. I'm your guy, Scotty Burrell. It's Sports Talk conversation. Either you can't or you don't want. I'm here at McNeese State University in the Legacy Center. Man, head coach Will Wade. Coach, thanks for being on Sports Talk.
Thanks for having me on.
Man, it's a new up-and-coming show. We appreciate you doing this interview. Sports Talk is sponsored by Rytech back in St. Martinville. Get your screen printing done by Ryan at 337-394-1020. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come right back with our special guest, Coach Will Wade, McNeese State basketball.
For over 62 years, Poche's Meat Market Restaurant and Smokehouse has been a cornerstone of our community. With a legacy of flavor and tradition, Poche's brings you the finest Cajun meats and dishes crafted with love and expertise. From our famous boudin and cracklings to mouthwatering smoked sausages, every bite tells a story of quality and heritage. Come taste the tradition at Poche's. Join us at Poche's Meat Market and Restaurant, where community and flavor come together. Visit us today and be part of the legacy. Poche's, over 62 years of making every meal memorable. Tax break, income tax, and bookkeeping. Call E.J. Ledette for all of your tax needs. 607 Burrard Street, Breaux Bridge. 337-332-3855. Dane Green's Piggly Wiggly and T. Cochon. Visit the store for meat market specials or daily plate lunches, or visit T. Cochon for Hunt's Brothers Pizza and wings and gas. FM Bank. Visit the Business Center, 100 South Main Street, Breaux Bridge. 337-332-4132. Or visit the bank at 929 Reese Street, Breaux Bridge. Calais Auto Detail. Established in 2020, bringing dedication to excellence. Contact Dillard Calais, owner-operator, at 337-852-4970. Now back to Sports Talk with Coach Scotty Burrell.
All right, welcome back, man. This is Scotty Burrell here back again. Once again, we're here at McNeese State University. Today we're joined by Coach Will Wade, anonymous with energy and determination in college basketball, known for success at Chattanooga, VCU, LSU, where he led teams to national tournaments. Coach Wade is now leading the McNeese State Cowboys with high-energy style winning mindset. It's been instrumental in transforming every program he's been a part of. We're excited to hear from him today. Coach, again, welcome to Sports Talk.
You should be my agent with that introduction. I may have to fire my agent and hire you, Scott.
Hey, we're here. So, Coach, let everybody know, man, who's Will Wade? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a teacher by trade. I've come from a family of educators. My mom was a high school teacher and principal for a long time. My degrees in secondary education, history, and geography. And so I've tried to run our basketball program like you would run a classroom or school or whatever else it may be. So, winning's a byproduct of how we act every day. How we maneuver every day. And if we do the right stuff off the court, then the winning on the court takes care of itself. So we tell every kid that comes in our program, we want you to leave here better than you got here. Whether that be you leave here a better basketball player, whether you leave here a better person, whatever it may be. Hopefully you pick some things up while you're here that's better than when you came. And so ultimately that's our goal, is to help people change lives, help people change the course of their life, and put them on the best path possible, or a better path than what they've been on.
Every interview I've done so far, that everyone speaks to the same volume that you speak, so that make sure the kid leaves here a better person or a better athlete in person to that community. So hats off to you and all the coaches that work so hard. People just can't imagine. Let's talk about the family. Is Will Wade married?
Yeah, I'm married. Great wife, Lauren, for over 10 years. And then we have a daughter who's 7, Caroline, who's big into gymnastics.
Oh, wow.
And dance. In fact, she's got dance tonight. She had gymnastics last night. She does gymnastics 3 nights a week and dance, or she does gymnastics 2 nights a week and dance 2 nights a week. Wow. The only night she's off is Monday. So she's incredibly active, and we enjoy spending time with her.
So I see you started your career as a student manager at Clemson men's basketball team in 2002 to 2005. What made you decide to get into coaching?
I got into it by accident in the college level. I was going to be just a high school teacher, high school coach, And the guy I worked for, Oliver Purnell at the time, he said, Coach, you might as well stay around and get a graduate degree. If you're going to be a teacher, you can make a little extra money if you have a graduate degree. And I stayed around and had a graduate degree, and then he kept moving me up, really because I made him money on his camps. I was good at running his camps. So he moved me up, and I was very fortunate and stayed in college basketball and just never left.
So you got that opportunity from Coach Purnell, and then you said you just decided to stay. What fueled that passion to continue?
Well, I wanted to be a high school coach because I felt like you can really impact kids at the high school level as they're maturing and growing up. And once I got into college, I realized, hey, you can do the same thing. They're just a little older, but they still need to mature. They still need to move forward. So I figured that look, I could do the same thing, and I enjoy it. I've already kind of started building myself through this process in college, and so might as well stick it out and see where it goes.
So next position, you go to Chattanooga. How did that come about?
At AD, he was. I thank him every year that he hired me because he had no business hiring me. I was one of the 3 youngest coaches in Division I when he hired me as the head coach. And it was a program that had been down. Traditionally, the program's been very good. It's very good again right now. But it had been down and it had been losing and hadn't won at the level that they wanted to. The previous coach had done a really good job. He'd just been there a while and kind of got tired. Mm-hmm. And the AD, he saw something in me, and we interviewed, and he hired me. He hired me on a Friday, and we did the press conference that next week. And I was very, very fortunate that he believed in me and saw something in me, and helped me get jump started in my head coaching career, because I had no business getting the job. I didn't know what the heck I was doing when I got here.
Hey, we might have to make a movie. Normally people get fired on Friday, but you got hired.
I got hired on a Friday. That's right. I've been fired on a Friday too.
Okay.
Actually, on a Saturday I got fired.
Oh wow! I didn't know they do that on the weekend, but I guess I heard it first.
Yeah. I got fired at LSU on a Saturday.
Now, Coach, 2 seasons at Chattanooga. You had worked with Shaka Smart at VCU. He vacated, and you became the head man there. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, I was an assistant at VCU when we went to the Final Four in 2011, and Coach Smart had built the program, done a phenomenal job with the program, and I was very, very fortunate to follow him. I was very, very fortunate the athletic director chose me to follow him, because VCU is a phenomenal program, tremendous support, tremendous fan support, tremendous administrative support. They don't have football, so it's all basketball.
Right.
It's just a great, great school with a huge, vibrant urban campus, and place that a lot of kids really, really want to attend and want to go to. And so I was very fortunate. They just opened a brand new practice facility that Coach Smart had built. Now, I was unfortunate the fact I had to follow him, who was the most famous coach in the school's history, and is one of the best coaches in the country, and still is one of the best coaches in the country. So, but it was a great job, and we were fortunate to get it. And when you get a job like that, they say, hey, here's the keys to the Lamborghini. Drive fast. Just don't put it in the ditch. Don't scratch it up. Put it in the ditch. And fortunately, we were able to do that for a couple of years.
Well, I noticed you got a chance to work under some great, like you said, current head coaches in the business. How much do you have learned from these guys that you can touch on?
Yeah, you learn a little bit from everybody. I worked for Oliver Purnell at Clemson, who I talked about. The structure of the program and how he does the program day to day. That's what I learned from him. I still run our program today, the same structure that he ran. He ran his program, and then I worked for Tommy Amaker at Harvard.
Wow.
Didn't go to Harvard, but I worked there. You can talk to me for a minute.
That was my days when Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy Amaker was a great player at Duke.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and so I worked for him, and he was the best recruiter I've been around in terms of telling a story and selling a vision and being able to get people to buy in to a vision. I'd heard his story, and I'd still cry in the home visits, and I'd heard it 100 times.
Right.
And, it was very, very moving. And then from Coach Smart, I learned, how to treat the players, how to invest in the players, how important the players are. Not that everybody doesn't know the players are important, but he just spends an inordinate amount of time with them, and getting them to, to really believe in what you're doing and to really go the extra mile for what you're doing. So you take a little bit from each of those and kind of blend it with your personality and put your own little stamp on it and roll with it from there.
You know what they call that here, huh?
Gumbo.
A gumbo.
Yeah,
all right.
Makes a good
You've
gumbo.
been a while around there. All right, I like that. So, Coach, now we fast forward. You had come out here to Louisiana to LSU. We talked about it. You said one of the most difficult job you got to win there. You want to talk a little bit about how that went?
Yeah, I mean, shoot, we started winning pretty early. Got some eyes on us. Too many eyes. Too many people watching us. But I mean, look, it's LSU's a great place, and I was fortunate that they hired me. I was the youngest head coach in a Power 5 when they hired me. But look, we were able to put together some good recruiting classes. LSU's got a great brand. You talked about the gumbo, but there's a lot of people that want to be a part of the culture here in Louisiana, the people in Louisiana. It's unique. It's different. And a lot of people across the country, want to come down here and see what it's about. And so we were very fortunate to get some really good, really good players, and those guys helped us win quite a bit.
Yes.
And then, never ends well usually.
Okay.
So, I certainly got fired there at the end because of some NCAA violations and some NCAA accusations, and it was a fun ride while we were there. I enjoyed every minute of it. We won the SEC. We competed at the top of the SEC. We had one of the better programs. We had one of the most consistent programs in the SEC and top 20 program nationally. But it was time for somebody else to take a crack at it. And I was fortunate to land on my feet here at McNeese. But I had a great time during my years at LSU. I still have a lot of dear friends in Baton Rouge, and it was a fun time.
I know we
good chapter in the book.
I know we showed it, y'all watching it going down that way. I caught a couple of games down that way, and but no. Now fast forward again. You're here at McNeese. What attracted you to this job?
I was one of the few people that hired me for one, but no, I mean, look, I was familiar with the AD. I was good friends with our athletic director, Keith Schroyer. Meeting the president, I felt very, very comfortable with him. And then, it was an area I'm familiar with.
Right.
Louisiana, I'd been at LSU for 5 years. I got pretty familiar with the people of Louisiana, the way this thing works down here. It's not for everybody, right?
Nope.
And so. I just felt very, very comfortable with the situation here. Even though we hadn't won a lot here and we hadn't been all that successful, I felt very comfortable that this was a place that we could turn around. This is a place we could win. I think we could make a huge impact with the area coming off the hurricanes and just everything that the area had been through. I felt like we could make an impact on the community, and we were certainly able to do that last year.
You have done that.
Wow.
We'll wait.
Got to keep it going now.
We'll wait. Yeah, like I say, you start something, you got to finish it. So, Coach, this is your third year?
Second year here.
And you made it to the NCAA round of 64. That's amazing, man. I said the body of work that you guys and your coaching staff had put into here that many coaches cannot say, I'm going to come to a small conference in a small area and get to the round of 64. And obviously, was it Gonzaga? I think we ran up against that. We were rooting for you guys. I'm a Louisiana guy, so anybody in Louisiana that plays anybody, I'm on your side. So let's talk about a little bit about your schedule. I see you got 2 good games. You go up to Tuscaloosa to Alabama. Man.
Yeah, we go up there next week. I may have COVID that game. It's gonna be a tough one. But look, they're arguably the best team in the country. They're deep. They can shoot. We're going to have to play extremely well just to keep it close for a while. But they're a very, very good team, very, very good program, and that'll be a huge test for us.
It'd be great for the kids. I say this.
We hope it'll be great.
Well, a lot of kids, you probably, you heard that story. You want to play these type of guys, and then it's eye openers from the ones that say, "Hey, I should be playing, coach."
Yeah,
I like that because most of the kids, I should be playing, coach. And then, all right, we're going to Alabama. You get in there. Let's see what you can do. They were like, I need to go to the restroom. But one more game that's going to be intriguing. You come down to Lafayette to UL.
Yeah.
Bob Marley.
Yeah, we come down there. We got a little history there.
Yeah.
But it's a, look, it's a big rivalry for our people. We hadn't beaten them in a long time. We were fortunate enough to beat them at home last year. Now playing them at home and playing them in the Cajun Dome are two different things, as you know. And so that'll be a great game, and it's good to look, our fans will be fired up. The UL fans will certainly be fired up. I don't think they care much for me, but look, it'll be good for basketball in the area. It'll be a fun afternoon. Sunday afternoon, I believe.
I believe so.
So you go to church first, and then
come on back.
It'll be the furthest thing from church when you see us play.
Hopefully, my God, we'll be in there that afternoon. I was looking at your schedule, like, boy, that's going to be a good game because, like you said, last year, Cajuns took you guys down to the wire. And I remember several years back when you was at LSU, and y'all had the NIT matchup. That was the heated basketball.
It's about as heated as an NIT game can get.
It's probably one of the best NIT basketball games.
It's about as heated as an NIT game can get.
So let's talk about some of your players. I mean, while we're on the UL subject, I see you have a
You got one from Karen Crow, not far from you.
Right.
Yeah, Joe Charles. And so really good kid, good player, great family. And very fortunate to have him. Had a good career at UL and did a lot of good things at UL. And he's going to really make an impact and help us win here.
Any other players that you would like to point out?
Well, we've got some other good ones. We kept 7 guys and we brought in 6 transfers. And so we brought in a kid from St. Louis, Parker, who can really score, who's hopefully replacing our best scorer from last year. And so, we got kids from all over the country. That's what I was saying earlier. We all want to come to Louisiana, experience what we got down here. But Joe's the one guy we got on scholarship from Louisiana. We got a kid, Howard Gaskins, who played at Liberty Magnet in Baton Rouge. They won the state title. He was their best player, and he's with us as well. So should be an exciting year. We got good players, so now it's on the coaches.
Right. So no excuses now.
That's right.
No excuse. What's in the future for Will?
Well, we'll see. I mean, right now we're focused on having the best year we can have here right now, and these people at McNeese have been so good to us, so good to me, so good to my family that it's going to take a special place for us to leave here. Just because of how good everybody's been to us. And I've never had more fun coaching, just in terms of the guys we get to be around and how this thing works here. And so it's been fun, and hopefully we can just keep winning and keep being a source of pride for this area.
Never thought small could be so good, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, all right.
That's right.
Well, Coach, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come right back after these messages.
Attention high school students, ready to hit the road? Coach C Driving Academy is here to make you a confident and safe driver. With experienced instructors, flexible schedules, and a friendly atmosphere, Coach C Driving Academy is the perfect place to get your driver's license. Join the hundreds of students who've already mastered the road with Coach C. Don't wait. Call or visit us online to sign up today. Coach C Driving Academy, your key to an open road. Off the Muscle Movers. Contact Alfonso Williams at 337-278-6539. Rob Chevalier, attorney at law. Call Rob for all of your legal needs. Blake Miguez, Louisiana State Senator, Hall of Famer Cigar Club. Contact President Tyrone Bucket Jones. Contact Vice President Brian Jones. Now back to Sports Talk with Coach Scotty Burrell.
All right, welcome back to Sports Talk, man. I'm Scotty Burrell here at McNeese State University. We're with the head basketball coach, Will Wade, man. Love visiting with him, getting some good insights. Coach, we're going to continue on with our interview. We just wanted to ask a few more questions. Can you share what inspired you to pursue a career in coaching, and how did you get that started, Coach? We kind of touched on that.
Yeah, I just want to help people move forward in life, help people get somewhere they couldn't get without our help. And I was helped, and I was moved forward in life by mentors and other people, and I think it's my duty to try to give that back and do that, pay that back to others. So, Coach, you mentioned what got you here. What are your immediate goals for your program? Well, just to continue to lift the program, make us regionally relevant, and get us on national radars to where people know about Lake Charles, people know about McNeese. I think we are a great marketing entity for the area and for the university, and we want to continue to put a positive light on this area and this school.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I got a couple of young fellas from our area, close with their dad. They play football here, the Lewis brothers.
Okay, yeah.
Mason and
Yeah.
Sandy Lewis. So they love the area. And I actually have family here, too, that lives in Lake Charles. So they love the area, so I could see why the kids would want to come around and grasp to this Southern culture. It's a little different, though. I bet you some of the guys say, Coach, what is that immediately?
Yeah, they don't know what they're getting into.
It's a little different. So, Coach, how would you describe your coaching philosophy? And how has it evolved over the years?
Yeah, you certainly change. You got to change a little bit with the times. I can't do some of the same stuff I did when I was a head coach at Chattanooga. I can't do that. I can't do that stuff. I can't do that stuff now. But it's been something that you continually evolve. But we want guys who are aggressive. We want guys that are. I'd rather tell you whoa than go. And I want guys that are committed to something bigger than themselves, which is harder to find today in today's world. I want guys that are thankful, guys that are appreciative. I think appreciation is the currency of success. If you're not appreciative, it's hard to be successful. And if you become unappreciative, then you're going to lose your success really, really quickly. And so I think we're looking for guys. That's the basis of what we do, the basis of how we do things, and we're looking for people that are aligned with us.
I agree, Coach. I mean, you tell a lot of guys, and we once again, I mentioned earlier that I said a lot on my show, but if you don't leave an impression on the kids that you coach, I don't think you've done a great job of coaching. Because one day you want to hear the phone ring and be like, hey, Coach, this is such and such. I'm living here.
100%. You heard me today. When you walked in, I was dealing with one of our former players, helping him with an issue overseas. Yeah. This morning, I was dealing with another former player of mine from 10 years ago. Like, that's the stuff I enjoy doing. I get 2 or 3 of those calls a day, and that's why you do it.
That's why you do it, man. And when I started coaching, I was volunteer. And I just wanted to help kids because I knew where we come in this little small town of Breaux Bridge and Cecilia area. Nobody recruits that area. You have to be cream of the crop. Right. And when we started doing AU with Big Dave Thibodeau, that was their avenue to get seen, a chance to get an opportunity to play college ball. So I applaud you guys for just continue to be in these young men's lives because you're a dad forever. Not only with yours.
You're with them for a while.
For a while. So, Coach, you've coached in different programs with unique challenges. What's been your most memorable coaching experience?
I mean, each one of them's different. Obviously, we went to the Final Four when I was an assistant at VCU. But, I mean, it's a little bit of revisionist history. But taking this team last year and winning the Southland and going to the NCAA tournament was about as rewarding and as cool experience as I've had in coaching. Like it was really, 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 really cool and really, really fun and just we'll coach a lot longer, I hope. But just seeing the impact that it had on so many people was about as cool as I've ever been around.
I'm smiling because. Like once again, the little school area I work in, we finally made it to the state title football game last year. And you're right.
That's something for the community.
The community, the teachers, the students, everybody in the whole little circle. And I could see that with you guys last year, especially here when you played the Cajuns here, and then when you had the tournament here. So you could just see the crowds were different.
Right.
Everybody was in tune. Wasn't people just drinking a cold beverage or eating peanuts. Everybody was all in tune. And that's what you have brought to McNeese State. And I hope you can continue to do that. And I know a lot of them probably hope you're going to be here, too, for a long time. But
they'll get tired of me eventually.
I don't know. As long as you're winning, they'll keep you. That's how it is. All right, Coach, at LSU, you had significant success. What did you think contributed most to your ability to build that competitive team camaraderie, while you were there?
LSU's got a great brand, so it was easy to recruit to just because the brand at LSU is easy. And then it goes back to what I said with Coach Smart earlier, spending time with those players. The more time you spend with them, the more time you invest, the harder you can be on them because they realize that everything's authentic and everything's real. And so we spent a lot of time, investing in the guys, spending time with the guys. And and I think that really helped us separate from other teams in the SEC and really helped us win in the SEC.
All the jobs you've had, any regrets?
No, I mean, shoot, all of them were different. All of them were, there were certainly challenges at all of them, but we had a blast. We had a blast at every job. I do regret, VCU, the way it ended at VCU. Like I love that place, and I didn't handle my exit as well as I could have from VCU to LSU, and I hurt some people, and I've made up with a lot of those people now. But that I was young, and I didn't really know how to do it the proper way. There's never any good way to leave. Let's get it that way.
I agree.
Whether they fire you or whether you leave on your own, it's really, really difficult to leave. But I could have done a much better job with how I handled that, and I regret that.
Well, Coach, to me, you're being a man. You're saying your faults. Nobody's perfect.
That's right.
Nobody's perfect. You're saying your faults. You admit it wasn't the right thing to do at that time, but when we're young, we do and say a lot of dumb things. Some days you're sitting down at the house and you be like, I couldn't believe I did that.
That's right.
But we are human, and we make those type of mistakes. So no, hey, if you're listening, guys, to Sports Talk, hey, everybody's human. Things happen. Things are said when you're mad, and sometimes you regret it, but you got to be a man and stick up for it. So, but Coach, you talk about players. How do you approach your players to development, and how do you help young athletes reach their full potential?
I mean, look, we put together individualized plans. I think everybody wants, clarity, clarity in what you want. And I think if you get clarity, you get good, high performance. High clarity equals high performance is something that a friend of mine always says, Phil Beckner, and he's right about that. He's right about a lot of stuff, but he's 100% right about that. But, I think that you give everybody a plan and you execute and you work that plan to the highest level that you can. And when you do that, you end up with a better product on the back end than you got on the front end.
Okay. I hope some of these young coaches are listening to this. Hey, you've been successful, so right. I hope they're listening to that. What common misconceptions fans have about the work that goes into building a successful program, and the misconception about you?
Well, I think that a lot of stuff in building a successful program, there's a lot of things that happen off the court that fans don't understand. They don't understand how hard it is to just get the team in the right place to get it to the court. Quite frankly, if they saw everything that went on elsewhere, they probably wouldn't come to any of the games. It's very intensive and very, very challenging just to get everybody on the same page and get them to the court, with a clear mind and fresh legs. And so I think that I think the common fan doesn't understand what a challenge that is every game day.
Yeah, because back.
I mean, you could have our guy ready, and his girlfriend calls him 2 hours before the game, and that throws it off. I mean, there's a lot of factors that you can't control, and the family calls, and somebody needs money, and the kid has to go sit. I mean, it's just there's a lot of stuff like that that's a challenge, and the fan goes, well, why didn't this kid play well? Well, they don't know that 3 hours before the game we had a crisis.
Right.
So that sort of thing.
It's your fault.
Yeah, that's sort of thing. But it's always my fault. When we lose, it's my fault. When we win, it's good players. There's a lot of things like that happen behind the scenes.
I know. I'm sitting here thinking, going back when I was in high school, I married my high school sweetheart. So my high school basketball coach would go pull her out of class and say, are y'all okay today? She'd be like, excuse me? Oh, you guys okay? Y'all not arguing or anything? No, sir. Well, we got a big game tonight. We don't need his mind to be going and thinking about it.
As a good coach. Play for a good coach.
Coach Handy, man. Louis Handy out of Rain, Louisiana. Matter of fact, Coach Handy coached one of the former Cowboys, Scooby Harmon.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Good player.
Yeah.
Very good player.
But yeah, man, some of these stories go all the way back to when we were playing. I was playing before threes, though, Coach. Don't tell nobody.
You scored more if you had the three.
I think so. I think I'd have got a little bit more. So, Coach, how have you handled the challenges and controversies in your career, and what have you learned from them, Coach?
I learned this. You always got to be tougher in your circumstances. So no matter what circumstance you put in, there's always a way out. You got to figure a way out. You got to fight, scratch, and claw. and find a path forward. And so I think that's true in coaching, that's true in life, that's true in whatever it is, whatever circumstances you're given. You got to be tougher than them, and you got to find a way. And going through some of the things I've went through, you learn that, and you learn who your true friends are, who are with you through the tough
Amen.
times. You got a lot of friends when you win it.
Amen.
But who's with you through the tough times? And that part's really important. And there's positive that comes out of it. Out of every tough situation, there's positives that come out of it. And you try to focus on those moving forward and change to be more around the positive aspects of what's happening.
That's why they say life is a whole world of experiences.
That's
good,
right.
the bad, and the ugly.
That's right.
Clint Eastwood made that movie. People that pay attention to that. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So, Coach, what advice would you give any aspiring coaches looking to make a mark in college basketball?
I mean, it's all about the players. It's about recruiting good players. It's about building good relationship with the players. It's about getting the players, to move forward and do what you want. I think a lot of times people lose sight of the fact, like, it's a player's game. It's not about the coaching. The time we get on the court, like, my coaching's done. For better or worse, it's done. I can only affect the game 10, 15% during the game. I can affect the game 80, 90% in practice.
Right.
And so by the time they get on the court, it's go time. And, the second you think it's more about you or it's more about what you do than what it is that the players are doing, you're done as a coach.
That's a fine point there, Coach. I tell them, too, I ain't missed a layup in 20 years.
That's right.
But I ain't missed a free throw in 20 years. But, dog, when he does it, I missed it, huh? He missed the free throw. Y'all not practicing on free throws. I'm like, okay, we are. So in the long term, what are the goals for you? What are the goals for McNeese in here and to achieve in your career? What do you hope to achieve?
I just want to keep raising the profile of this program. We want to get back to the NCAA tournament. We want to be more prepared where we don't get blown out by Gonzaga. We want to be prepared to go to the NCAA tournament and win it. They're aware of us and know us. And, we have a great opportunity here with the team we have, the leadership we have with our athletic director and president. And, we want to take advantage of this timing. We have very, very unique timing right now, and our time is right now, and our time is now, and we want to take advantage of that.
So how do you feel, Coach, about this year's team compared to last year's team?
I mean, we've got talented players. Now we'll see. Last year's team was very, very connected and was very, very tight and came together, and that's why we were able to win a lot of close games and win a lot of big games. But this year's team certainly has a ton of talent, and we got to get that talent to play as well on the court as it looks on paper.
Well, you seem like you put it together last year. Hopefully you can have it together this year because, man, people are going to be out here looking. People are going to be out there trying to get exciting. And, coaching comes with all this, the good and the bad and the ugly. In your opinion, what's bad in your opinion? Like, meaning for you not to have a good year, what'd be bad?
I mean, if we have a bad year, it's because I failed the players. I didn't put us in the right spots. I couldn't put us in the right positions. And so, I think every year you can take positives from, even if it's a so-called bad year. But, we're going to do everything we can to avoid that and have the best year that we can and continue to spring this program forward.
Let's jump forward again, Coach. I never asked you. Let's mention a couple of your coaches. Anybody in particular?
Got a great coaching staff. They all stayed with me. Brandon Chambers, Vernon Hamilton, Sean Forrest, Nick Flory, Brady Jones, Reed Vial. Reed and Nick are both from Baton Rouge. And Vernon and I went to college together. Chambers worked with us when I was an assistant at VCU. Coach Forrest is somebody I've known a long time, and Brady was with us at LSU as well. So they're all people that I've known, and you got to have people that you trust and people that you like being around. And our staff, we all trust each other. We all enjoy being around each other, so it makes for a good staff.
Forrest, is he from Arkansas?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
You know his dad, I bet.
Henry Forrest.
That's him.
Wow, that's a small world. That's a small world, man. You got to tell Coach I said hello. Actually, Dad and I are really close. I used to ship him some crawfish.
Oh, there we go.
Out to Arkansas because he was like, I can't get the best crawfish. That's a small world, man. Yeah. Small world. Coach, we're going to take a little break, and we're going to come back with our closing remark. We'll be right back with Coach Will Wade at McNeese State University.
Looking for the best seafood in town? Come on down to Crazy Belt Crawfish Seafood Restaurant. Indulge in their mouth-watering crawfish, succulent shrimp, and the freshest oysters around. Every bite bursts with authentic Cajun flavors that will leave you craving for more. Whether it's a family night out or a special celebration, Crazy Belt Crawfish is the place to be. We're open 7 days a week. Visit Crazy Belt Crawfish Seafood Restaurant today, where every meal is a celebration. Vincent Alexander, District 7 Parish Councilman, Angel Architect. Call Glenn Angel for all of your architectural needs. 1011 Burrard Street, Bro Bridge. 3S Trucking. Owner, operator, Chris Simon. Flatbed hauling, dump truck hauling, anything you need hauled, call Chris Simon at 337-319-8587. Marshall Jimmy Dupree, St. Martin Parish. Now back to Sports Talk with Coach Scotty Burrell with closing comments from our special guests.
All right, welcome back. We're here at McNeese State University with Coach Will Wade. Coach, we want to thank you for allowing us to come here and doing this interview. The closing remark is sponsored by Mr. Painter of Louisiana, called Ryan Woodson, for all your painting needs. Coach, anything you'd like to touch on that you think we haven't touched on?
No, I appreciate you having me on. It was a pretty thorough interview. We covered the career, the team, the program, and so we appreciate your support of the program and inviting me on as a guest.
Well, we want to thank you. Like I said, it's something new. We just want to let the community know that there's a lot of good guys in coaching. Kind of get to know who you are, not the coach, more or less, because when you know the coach, you know only from wins and losses. You don't know my ins and outs. You don't know the type of heart I have. Because I always say this, we go home, but we go home with a bunch of children.
That's right.
They might not live with us, but when they call you in the middle of the night, you have to get up and go. And I know you probably have so many stories that probably just
can't say them on TV.
Can't say them on TV. But we want to thank you for your time today. Your passion for the game, your commitment to success has inspired a lot of fans here in Lake Charles. We're looking forward to see what you bring to McNeese State this year and how you continue to impact the basketball community. We're going to take one more break and come back with our final thoughts with Coach Will Wade.
When it comes to protecting your rights and securing your future, trust Boyer, Hebert, and Angel attorneys at law. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we provide top-notch legal services tailored to your needs. And for all of your real estate transactions, the closing companies ensure a smooth and efficient process from start to finish. With expert guidance and unparalleled service, your peace of mind is our priority. Boyer, Hebert, and Angel attorneys at law and the closing companies, your trusted partner in law and real estate. Call us today to learn more. Justin Cantu, attorney at law. Call Justin at 337-909-1776. Dr. Homer Williams, a trusted healthcare provider within our community for over 35 years. Panda Bear Cares. Owners Stephanie and Langston Babineau, giving to local battered women and children. Now back to Sports Talk with Coach Scotty Burrell and the final say. Either you can't or you don't won't.
All right, welcome back. We're here at McNeese State University. I'm Coach Scotty Burrell. Our final thoughts is sponsored by the Fellowship Church, Pastor Rodney Chitwood in Bro Bridge. Visit Pastor Chitwood down in Bro Bridge. Coach, man, it was, like you said, it was thorough, but I hope it was down to the point and people get to know who Coach Wade is. I really want to thank you because I know it was short notice when we called you. You was nice
You
enough.
dropped the right name, so we got in there quick.
Hey, that means we're welcome back here.
That's right.
All
we'll
right.
do it again after the season.
Yeah, let's
that
do
a
that.
Deal?
Let's do it when you win the Southland Conference.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Guys, this has been Sports Talk here at McNeese. We have heard from Coach Will Wade not only the focus in winning, also in building a resilient and disciplined team culture. His journey underscores the highs and the challenges that comes with a career in college basketball. We can't wait to see what's next in the next chapter for McNeese State and for Coach Will Wade. Coach, thanks again for being a guest. But before you go, Coach, we want to give you a T-shirt that say, hey, you was a guest on Sports Talk, man, and then you can wear it to practice and say, guys, I was interviewed by a nice fella from Lafayette area, man.
That's it. I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks again. This has been
Scotty.
Sports Talk with Coach Scotty Burrell. Will Wade, guys, McNeese State head men's basketball coach. Thank you.